Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Good Morning Crypto. Boom. Regardless of who wins the US election this November, crypto is bullish. Like I kept telling you, this election is not going to hold back this run, no matter who gets elected. We are still going to have a major run-up in crypto, no matter what. And we're still going to have an alt season for XRP. Nothing is going to change that. The only thing that is going to happen is utility. Once it enters crypto, once it starts driving the price of these ISO cryptocurrencies, that will change 4-year cycles. And that's the only thing I could see changing the 4-year cycles. Because once you bring in utility, that will end all the speculation and all the hype. It will make crypto legitimate. 7-Eleven Thailand rolls out QR code payments. Smaller stores feel the heat. So in Thailand, you could pay inside 7-Elevens using a QR code. And they're doing this through Prompt Pay. Now, I've seen a lot of people tie this to different networks. But Prompt Pay has been around for a while. Tranglo, Ripple Payments, Casacorn Bank. QR code-based transfers connecting in Hong Kong through faster payment system, Prompt Pay, HSBC, Medico. You could see the connections and they lead back to Ripple. But you know, that's what you want to see happening. Whenever you could walk in and pay for something like this, it leads to mass adoption over time. Now, we talked about stablecoins, and I talked about what Monica Long said about payments using crypto, using XRP and RLUSD. So, and a lot of people said, what does she mean by that? Well, I'm going to explain it in today's video. Take a listen to this.
When you think about major corridors like US dollar, euro, there's a lot of liquidity there. You don't really need a bridge asset like XRP. And that was the inventors of the ledger, the way that they'd always talked about. And, you know, when I think back to the very early days of Ripple, what we had always talked about was the use case for a neutral cryptocurrency as a bridge asset. So like XRP in this case would be for in the future of the Internet of Value, there's going to be all kinds of things tokenized on chain. And you need an asset like that for really efficient cross-currency or cross-token settlement it's more the long tail. Let me simplify it. It's more the long tail of assets and currencies where the costs, when you think in the context of cross-border payments, you have different currency crosses between, you know, a sub-Saharan African country and the Middle East or Europe. And the liquidity is not as great. The costs are very high. You could pay, you know, north of 10% on that in fees for a payment like that.
So she's saying in corridors like the US dollar or the euro, there's no need for XRP because there's a lot of liquidity there. But is she right? David Schwartz says something else. Take a listen.
I think the big thing that's gonna keep XRP like in its central role is its privileged place on the XRP ledger. XRP is the only token that you can pay transaction fees in. It's the only token that every account can receive. The payment engine during pathfinding always looks for XRP liquidity first, and XRP is auto-bridged through the order book, so XRP liquidity is sort of preferentially taken over to other types of liquidity just from order crossing. So XRP is always going to have a special place as a sort of liquidity tool on the XRP ledger. In the payment space, I think XRP, because of, you know, high speed, low cost, and the sort of lack of things like MEV and block producers who are trying to tax transactions. It's going to remain a good intermediary currency for international payments. Ripple's going to continue to use it for cross-border payments, where it works well. We're not going to make our customers use an inferior solution to make us happy. It's on us to make XRP, be a viable solution. But again, the big thing, I think one of the things probably motivating this is the launch of the stablecoin with the idea that one will cannibalize the other. I just want to make a point that the current use for XRP is a tiny fraction of the things that people could be using it for. The market is so early, and it's impossible for us to cannibalize ourselves. It's if an ecosystem is 1% of what it should be, trying to fight over that 1%, that's not what's going to happen, right? We want to grow the pie, and I think there's lots of room for XRP to grow, and there's lots of room for a stablecoin to grow and to be used, in different use cases. There are some use.
And that points out two things. Number one, we know RLUSD and XRP are going to work side by side. They're going to complement each other. But take notice to what David Schwartz said. We're so early. It's only 1% of the market. So could you imagine where we're going to be with XRP in the coming months, over the coming years? Because over the coming months, short term, we get regulations, which leads to institutional adoption, which eventually leads to mass adoption. And as that is occurring, we're going to see more utility driving the price of XRP all along the way. And even if we go back to what Monica Long said, she says once you get tokenized assets and you got to move those tokens, XRP is the best way to move those assets. So think of Archax bringing that $30 to $50 trillion worth of real world assets onto the XRP ledger, and XRP moving all of that value. Yes, RippleNet depends much on XRP, and Ripple puts its efforts into making XRP more useful around the world. And that was always, XRP was always at the heart of everything that Ripple does. And RippleNet runs more efficiently using XRP than using something else. Even RLUSD, XRP is going to be a better option inside of RippleNet. And nothing is ever going to change that. So how close are we to RLUSD going live? Well, 50,000 RLUSD was minted at RLUSD Treasury. And you see it right here. And it happened on Ethereum. And here's the gas fee, $7.31. So they minted 50,000 on Ethereum. But then this article says Ripple facilitates record-breaking RLUSD token mint on the XRP ledger. Now, on the XRP ledger, they minted 485 tokens. So how is that record-breaking if they're minting 50,000 over on Ethereum? So who's right here? But what this shows is that we are getting very close to that new stablecoin going live. I think it's going to happen most likely in the next week or two. That's how close I think we actually are. XRP, the biggest scam in crypto history. Don't you love these articles? And it comes from Pizza Mind. So what he's saying here is this. He says the good, the bad, and the ugly. So he knows that Ripple has a bunch of partnerships with large money transfer companies to help with cross-border payments. He's complaining that Ripple got some XRP for free. And then he goes on to complain about the 10 XRP that you need to reserve your ledger or whatever. And he's saying that you only get 8 of them back, which most people already knew that. But then he even goes on to talk more about market cap and previous cycles. So does market cap really matter? I often read people who shoot down ridiculous price predictions like 3 or 4 digits for XRP with a reason like that would mean XRP would have to have a $2 trillion plus market cap. And on the other hand, there are people who also say market cap is meaningless in crypto price. There are other people who also argue that people never thought Bitcoin would achieve 5 digits. So the question is, does market cap really matter? Did Bitcoin hit 5 digits because it met its market cap? The reason Bitcoin hit 5 digits is because Tether pumped a ton of worthless Tether into the price of Bitcoin. But you could go on and look at Apple, Facebook, gold, silver, Bitcoin, and etc. But the one thing that nobody factors in is utility and real world use case. Nobody ever wants to talk about that. You know why? Because Bitcoin has no utility. That's why they always rely on previous cycles and market cap. But you know, when you have something like XRP moving value on a daily basis, whether it be tokenized assets or inside remittances or cross-border payments, utility is going to matter in the price of XRP. In fact, you can't even use XRP for its main use case, on-demand liquidity, because the price just isn't high enough yet. So what I see happening is this. Over time, we're going to see more usage of XRP. And as that's going on, the price is going to go higher and higher, but it's going to be real value. You know, someone just asked me recently, what will happen with the price of XRP and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies if Tether was to collapse? Well, if Tether collapses, the price of XRP is going down. Bitcoin's going down. The difference is this. XRP is going to bounce back so much quicker. Same thing could be said about the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies, because we don't have a ton of fake Tether pumping the price of XRP. If that was the case, the price of XRP right now would most likely already be $500 to $1,000. So because not all that fake value sitting there, of course it's going to go down with the rest of the market, but they're going to come back much faster. And a lot of the money that's in Bitcoin, I'm talking about the actual retail money that people are putting in week over week, most of that will flow into ISO cryptocurrencies. Why? Because the belief will be gone and all of the hype will be gone, just like that. It'll be like a massive reset on Bitcoin. Still going to be here, but the belief in it will disappear very fast. And smart money always goes into real value. It's the same reason that you see billionaires investing in gold, because they already know gold is going to continue to go to a higher price. Same thing with silver. But a lot of the billionaires out there don't invest in Bitcoin. Why? Because most of them know that Bitcoin has problems. Most of them know that it's not real value, long sustaining value. It's a money maker short term, but now there's no money to be made there either. What does somebody that's going to put in $1,000 into Bitcoin expect to get in returns if they're buying it today? What, maybe a 3 to 5x? You could take that same $1,000 and put it into something like XRP or XLM or XDC and easily get a 40, 50x, possibly 100x plus. And if you hold it long enough, you will get 1,000x or even more. That's why I said, while the whole mainstream media news and everybody else is pushing people towards Bitcoin, I look at it as a major distraction. Plus, you factor in XRP and the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies being utilized inside that new financial system, they're not going to be sitting at cheap prices forever. Grayscale unveils top 20 crypto list with high potential, leaving out XRP. So why is Grayscale leaving out XRP? There was an article like a week ago where Grayscale was saying that most of the people are buying XRP. They also are planning an ETF for XRP. So why would they leave XRP out? Because XRP is the biggest disruptor to the banking system. They don't want you putting your money into the disruption. They want you investing in the distraction. And you could see it. It's right there in front of you. And it's the same thing with the rest of these ISO cryptocurrencies. They all go sideways for long periods of time. Every single one of them is very undervalued still. But yet they are the best investment you could make right now. Because once ISO goes live, where do you see the price change in these cryptocurrencies? Everybody wants you to believe ISO is nothing for crypto. But there's a reason that only a handful of these cryptocurrencies are included as far as ISO. And the same thing is going to happen once tokenization starts. Tokenization is happening on the same networks that are involved with ISO. Do you think that's happening by coincidence? No. Same reason that you see a lot of these cryptocurrencies that are ISO cryptocurrencies working with other ISO networks, because it's one massive network forming, and it's the new financial system. It's building out in real time right in front of you. But like I always tell you, until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.